tough one as expected, obviously coming up against Bendigo, but I guess what are your initial thoughts, Shannon, after that one?
Look, I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm sure the players are disappointed as well. I thought like the way we started the game great, and that's been our issue against them. And like while I'm disappointed, I'm also proud of them. Like we're playing with people out injured and down numbers and that sort of thing, and we only put 7 people in the game today, and I played the starters really heavy minutes, and probably that fatigue by the end I think was maybe a bit of the difference. But I think there's like the one thing that's great is that game felt like a finals game to me. And I think for, like players like, I guess, Woodsy, who again is starting for us this year and one of our main players, to probably experience like that level of physicality every time she's got the ball, there's someone holding on to her, and every time she drives, there's 6 sets of hands in hacking the ball out. Like that's what we need to go through. And same for like Abby Ellis has been playing unbelievable. She's a rookie, and some of the stuff she's doing for us is amazing. But I think same thing, like she'll learn a lot from that game. Like that was a different level of physicality, I think, to what we've seen in any game this season. And I can only liken it to, like my experience in the league, like a grand finals game. To have that much pushing, holding, grabbing, like that stuff let go, which is what happens in the finals, is really good learning for Abby. And just playing against someone like Kelly Wilson that we know is going to foul 6, 7, 8 times, and it's just experience that she's got. She knows how to do that stuff, and Abby learning how to play against that pressure and look after the ball and those things, I think is going to be great for her. So, whilst it's disappointing to lose, I thought, we out-rebounded them. I didn't think we got enough 3-point attempts. Like we didn't read help defense out of our ball screens probably enough, but all in all, I think we can learn a lot from that game. And Bendigo are a fantastic team, and Kennedy's a great coach. And I think we definitely probably the best we've played against them, to be honest with you, this season.
You definitely did a better job on semi. Was that to the detriment maybe of leaving a few other players open who were hitting the shots?
Yeah, look, we had some breakdowns. I thought Alex Fowler did an unbelievable job on Sammy, probably the best job I've seen anyone do this season. So I thought that was first and foremost just amazing for her. But to be honest, we had like a lot of breakdowns, especially in the first half, in the second quarter, over helping when Sammy has the ball. We probably paid too much attention to her and forgot the person next to her is a 35-40% 3-point shooter. And then I think in the third quarter, same thing. But to our credit, in the fourth, they didn't hit a 3. So I felt like we did a much better job defensively of adjusting. And then it just became a bit of a grind offensively. And as I said, we got a lot of rolls, a lot of hands in on stuff, and we weren't strong enough with the ball, obviously, and couldn't finish some plays. And I think that just hurt us, to be able to make that little run to get back in and seize back momentum. But all in all, again, very proud of this girl, proud of the team, and hopefully we can take some of that and go and have another better go against Southside.
And you sort of mentioned fatigue, probably not just from this game, but a few games in a row, and then coming in tonight sort of short-handed.
Yeah.
It sort of looked like at the end of that third quarter, you were pretty tired.
Yeah, we were, and I maybe could have rotated some people. Again, it's hard in those games to pick your spots to make some of those adjustments with players, but it's again, the league puts the schedule out, and for some reason we've had 2 games at home now where the other team have literally been here preparing for us before we've been able to prepare for them. So, we played Adelaide earlier in the season. They got here before we did because we're on a road trip, and then this game, Bendigo, were here the same day as Geelong, and we had another game in between. So it's it's just how it is. It's just the league and the schedule, and we need to do our best to play our best and try and win those games. But I think the injuries and that sort of stuff, not to make excuses, but fatigue adds up. But, we've been saying to the girls all year, it doesn't matter if we're tired. We have to turn up and play hard and play well, and we're going to have to do the same thing again when we go to Southside.
You sort of mentioned the physicality, the hands, the hits. Were you happy with that physicality? Were you frustrated at all with the officiating?
I mean, I think everyone's always frustrated or not happy. Depends if you're winning or losing, like whatever. But as I said, it was different. It was certainly different. Like we haven't seen that this year in any game yet. So I think the one thing for my players is like we need to learn that if the game's being reffed that way, then we need to make adjustments with how we play as well. So if they're allowed to put hands in and hack, hold, grab, like whatever, that's what it is. Because like I said, that's a finals game. That's how it goes, and that's what people want to see. It's tough basketball, but I think we can, number one, probably adjust and maybe like not make the same mistakes against that sort of pressure. And then number two, defensively make the same adjustments and, get the benefit of that as well. So it's, it's good. It was a good game. Bendigo outplayed us and they deserve the win. And, we move forward to the next one.
Lauren, we just heard from the coach. How did you find it out there?
It was very physical. I'm sure I'm going to find some new bruises and scratches all over my body. But we just got to play through that. I thought we played hard the whole game, minus being down a few players. I thought people really stepped up. Like Shannon said, Alex played really well, played really good defense for us. And we just got to learn from it and move on. Next game mentality.
If you know it's going to be a rep like that, are you sort of player that will embrace that extra physicality?
Yeah, it's a little frustrating when the other team can get away with some of those hacks and then we get called for softer fouls, so that's a little frustrating. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you just got to do what you can.
What about yourself and the girls? I guess, how are you girls feeling? There's been a few games in a row now, and you were pretty short tonight. Are you feeling a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued?
Yeah, I think it's a tough season. It's a tough league. Every team is good. You're not just going to walk out on the court and beat somebody by 20. You got to work hard every game. So we're tired, but every other team is tired. So we just got to push through that.
Shannon sort of touched on Abby, but they had like two genuine superstars out there tonight. But I thought Abby was up there with the top players in the game. She sort of went really well.
Yeah, Abby's been playing really well for us. She has really come in and embraced her role and leads this team. I know she's just a rookie, but she doesn't play like it, and she's been really big for us this season.
And Shannon, just on Saf, can you just give us an update on her?
Yeah, she's got a midfoot sprain. So basically, we'll see. It's not day to day, it's sort of week to week right now. We're hoping to have her back soon, but it's just going to be once the inflammation and pain settles down and she can resume practice and get back out there. So right now, not really much to report, but we hope to have her back in the next couple of games.
Was there any specific, incident that sort of cultivated that?
I'm not sure. I think she had a fall in the last game and just came down funny on her foot or something. I honestly don't really know. I don't think she even really knows exactly when it was, but she was. It's a shame for her. She was playing great, and she's really starting to grow and learn how to play in the WNBL and get some momentum. So it sucks that she's out, but she'll rehab, she'll work hard. She's a grinder, and she'll be back out soon.
Two-part question to end from me. Lauren Mansfield as well. How's she travelling, and I guess how does this, particularly with Sam and Lauren at the moment and everything else, losing Zara as well, test your depth over the next little period?
Really tests it, but it gives people like Jess McDowell-White, Nia Locke more opportunity, and again, we're going to need them going forward. Mansfield, again, same thing. She's kind of day to day at this point. We're hoping she'd be right today, but didn't pass a fitness test, so we'll see how she goes to go on the road. And it is testing our depth. It's unusual to have, like we've got development players injured, we've got starters injured, we've got other people that are stepping in and starting injured, and obviously we've replaced an import as well. So, we're low on numbers right now. But again, it's like we've said in the locker room, like next person up,